beautiful coffee beans. I'm Bullhorn Betty. This is Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories, and we're going to be discussing the newest update in the Bryan Kohberger case. Bryan Kohberger was arrested on December 30th, 2022. Bryan Kohberger was brought back to Moscow, Idaho on January 4th, 2023. The Moscow University of Idaho victims were killed in their off-campus housing on the outskirts of the University of Idaho on November 13, 2022, around 4 to 4:25. It's actually alleged that in less than 9 minutes, all 4 of these students were murdered. Now that we fast forward to after the revelations of the affidavit of probable cause, which was a jaw-dropper. It indicated that Dylan Mortensen was an actual witness and victim of this crime. She actually saw a man about 5'10", 185 pounds, not muscular but athletically built, and he was covered in a mask and dark clothing, and he was exiting the kitchen sliding glass door. It concerned her, but that was the first time the community knew that there was a witness, and that witness was Dylan Mortensen. Then came this horrible crusade against Dylan Mortensen because people couldn't understand why it took 8 hours for her to call 911. However, we're not going to be discussing that in today's segment. Today's segment is related to the court proceedings going on with Bryan Kohberger. Ann C. Taylor, Bryan's attorney, and Bill Thompson, the prosecutor for the state of Idaho, have been working tirelessly to make sure that the public is out of this case until trial. There's been a litany of documents under seal in this matter. So, with them pushing the public out and pushing everybody out, including the family, today's segment is on Ann C. Taylor's newest request. It is a jaw-dropper, I gotta tell you. The prosecution and the defense in the Bryan Kohberger case pointed fingers at each other during Thursday's hearing regarding whether certain information regarding some evidence should be made public. Latah County Judge John C. Judge has decided to keep the May 14th hearing private and not made public. So Latah County District John C. Judge ultimately decided to keep the May 14th hearing closed to the public despite wishes of Kohberger's defense attorney. Kohberger's defense claims that it submitted requests for more evidence from the prosecution, including cell tower information, drive test information, video of vehicles near the crime scene, and audio from the video, Taylor said. Kohberger faces 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of burglary in the November 2022 stabbing death of University Idaho students Kaylee Gonzalez, Maddie Mogan, Xander Knodel, and Ethan Chapin. He faces the death penalty if convicted, and Taylor accuses the prosecution of intentionally withholding evidence for its own interest. What is the state trying to hide? Taylor says. Taylor argues these matters should be discussed in a public hearing. She says information about evidence against Mr. Kohberger has already been made public, including the alleged DNA on the knife sheath found at the crime scene and the alleged phone data used to track Kohberger's whereabouts on the day of the murder. Bryan is innocent, Taylor says. He has the right to a public hearing. This is much different than what we've heard from Ann C. Taylor and the Bryan Kohberger defense team of the past. They wanted to kick the public out. They did not like us. They didn't want us knowing anything about this case. They didn't want to know anything about this client. Their client was eager to exonerate himself, but failed to produce a reasonable alibi in the matter to explain why he was caught on so many cameras in and around the crime scene the night that these 4 people lost their life. Let me know your thoughts. If you learned something from these videos, please share them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.